Hey guys, it's Mrs. Powell. I hope you're staying healthy at home. I miss you so much. Today is St. Patrick's Day, and I thought what fun it would be to read a book in honor of St. Patrick's Day. It's called Fiona's Luck. Once, luck was as free to be had in Ireland as sunlight, and just as plentiful. It filled the air, and anyone could grab a handful of it as the need arose. This was largely due to the leprechauns, for they made luck like cows made milk. Then the big folk arrived in Ireland. They were so large the luck clung to them wherever they went. Something will have to be done, the king of the leprechauns declared. We can't have those huge people soaking up all of the luck. What would be left for us? So under the king's orders, the leprechauns wove fine golden thread into magical nets. Then late one midsummer's eve, when the luck was at its height, they swept it up and stored it in an old oak chest by the king's throne, so he could distribute it where and when he chose. But the leprechauns had been too thorough. They not only scooped up all the leprechaun luck, but any other luck that had been floating about as well. The land of the leprechauns, the land of Ireland, fell into a time of great misfortune. Hens gave no eggs, and cows would not let down their milk. The potatoes rotted in the ground. Now it happened that in Ireland there lived a woman named Fiona. She knew the lack of luck had to be the work of the leprechauns. So it followed that they alone could restore good fortune to the land. But getting luck back from a leprechaun would be like squeezing water from a stone. Not that it can't be done, but it usually requires more strength than you're apt to have. Sometimes cleverness, though, is worth more than strength. So Fiona took her last coins and used them to buy a cow and some chickens. Then, every morning and evening, she would take that cow into the barn. When she emerged, she would be carrying 2 buckets slopping over with whiteness. "Ah, she's a fine cow," Fiona would say to anyone who asked. "It's lucky I am to have her." Soon the rumors began. While others were short on luck, Fiona had pails of it. Every morning, Fiona would go into the chicken coop and emerge with her covered basket bulging with curves. "The hens seem contented," she commented to her neighbors. "It's lucky I am to have them." Soon the rumors spread. While others were short on luck, Fiona had baskets of it. Then Fiona began digging her garden and filling her wheelbarrow with round, dirt-covered lumps. "It's not a good year for potatoes," Fiona said to all who passed. "Still, I am lucky to have what I have." Now the rumors had wings. While others were short on luck, Fiona had wheelbarrows full of it. Naturally, word of this unexpected luck made its way to the leprechaun king. One day, Fiona was walking across a green meadow when she suddenly found herself surrounded by a small crowd of fair folk. In a trice, they grasped the hem of her skirt and ran around her in a circle. She turned to keep the skirt from wrapping around her knees, and as she turned, the landscape blurred. When it sharpened again, Fiona found herself beneath the earth in the throne room of the Leprechaun King. It was a glorious cavern with rich tapestries hanging against the granite walls and the floor cobbled entirely in jewels. Torches and candlelight made everything sparkle, and music filled the air. In front of Fiona stood the throne, and on the throne sat the Leprechaun King. He beckoned to her. Fiona approached, her eyes scanning the room for the missing luck. She was as sure as smoke gloves fire that the king would be keeping it close to himself. As she curtsied, she spied the oak chest. It was glowing slightly, scaled by a spell, since everyone knows that no lock can hold luck for long. "What would you be wanting me for?" Fiona asked politely. The king scowled. "Where are you getting your luck? Who's been giving it to you and why?" he demanded. Fiona's eyes widened in innocence. "I have no luck," she declared. "Indeed, here I am, a captive of the leprechauns. If that's luck, you can take it." "So you claim to have no luck?" the king inquired, raising an eyebrow. "Well, let's put it to the test. And when I prove that you've lied to me, as forfeit, I'll take all the luck you have and put it with the rest that I guard." His eyes flickered toward the chest.